Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League. I'm going to be playing Blue-Red Fairies today, Blue-Red Fae, and excited to get into this one. This is a very standard deck. This is my favorite deck in Pauper. I think it's one of the best decks as well, so stoked to get into this league. Again, this is like pretty standard build. I'll go over the slight changes that I've made that aren't quote-unquote stock. Um, but before that, let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Helps me out. Throw a like on this video. I want to share my content. So if you like it, share it with more people. Throw a like on it and subscribe. Thanks so much. Okay. So again, we're just Blue-Red Fae. I'm not going to go over this entire deck because it's so standard. You can look it up on MTG Goldfish. It's going to be one of the top decks in the format. Blue-Red Fae. Again, the changes that I've made that most people don't play, a lot of people only have 2 Lightning Bolt, 4 Scred, and then like 2 Abrade. I'm doing 4 Bolt, 4 Scred. I always like having the 8 1-drop removal spells. It always seems good. Um, some people have 4 Fairies here. I've cut down on Fairies here because I like to increase the spell count for Augur of Bolas. And this deck is interesting because you really don't win that fast. Like you can see the only real ways to win are Fairy Seer, Augur, Spellstutter Sprite, Ninja. And then it's a pretty controlling deck with a lot of interaction, card selection, and card advantage in Frantic Inventory. And that's pretty much the deck. I'm playing 4 Ashburns. Some people play a couple Evolving Wilds. There's some other like tricky stuff you can do with the deck, but again, pretty stock. That's all I'm going to say about the main. In the side, 2 Cannonades, 1 Sandstorm, quad Pyroblast, trip Hydroblast, 2 Gorilla Shaman because Affinity's been picking up, 2 Curfew still. I mean, it's obviously good against Boggles and Mono White Heroic, and an Echoing Truth. I will also say this is not going to be a full league, so generally I do like to post full leagues on my channel. I've played this deck a lot. I thought just playing a couple games would be okay. This will be 2 matches. I've already played the first 3 matches of this league. I played them actually during the challenge when I was playing Graph Stompy. Um, so I didn't record those, but let me go over the first ones real quick. Let's see. So let's full screen this. What was it? We played again. We lost against Burn in the first round. We kind of just got crushed. If you don't really have a clock, it can be tough against Burn. And then what did we play in round 2? I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago now. Damn it. What was it? What was our win in round 2? Okay, yeah. Our win in round 2 was against Brute Squad, the Pauper Gandia deck. It's blue-white, like artifacts. This was actually a sweet one. So it's like blue-white, and it plays 4 Thoughtcast, 4 of One Mind, and then it just plays like Ornithopter, Thraben Inspector, Ginger Brute, the 1 mana 3/3 with Metalcraft, and it just tries to draw a bunch of cards. That was actually a pretty sweet one. I'll go into more detail on that in a second. Round 3 was against walls, and we just smashed them. But I was able to win match 2, game 2, um, because I was able to stabilize with the Gorilla Shaman, blew up most of their lands except for 1 because they were all artifact lands. And then that they have Tooth of Griscoria, or however you say it. It's a 3 mana flash artifact with affinity for artifacts where it can go tap, target creature gets +1/+0. And I tapped 7 mana with Gorilla Shaman, blow it up. And that was the winning play, which was pretty sweet. So apologize. I do like to post full leagues on my channel, but this will just be the last 2 matches. We're sitting at 2-1 now, going into round 4 against Shadow Water. Shadow Water 0. Let's go on the play. And this deck is just so good. I just love this deck. I'm actually going to keep this hand. It's just 1 land, but if we hit any second land, we just get to like play an Augur Train. We have 2 removal spells as well, and we have just so much gas that we have a good chance to find a land with a Preordain. And then if we do, we just can continue playing spells like for so long. Seems good to me. They're on 6. I just figured might as well record the last 2 games of this league and make some extra content rather than just not show it off. So pretty sweet. Let's go. See if they keep 6 here. What they got. I think they're going to keep. They're probably just deciding what to put back. I mean, it's not always the case, but generally when people are tanking on Magic Online, like they've mulliganed to 6, now they're tanking for a long time, it's generally like, what should I put back? It's not as hard to decide if you're gonna mulligan or not, but it can be more difficult to decide what you put back. So I expect they're gonna keep 6 and they're just deciding what to put back here, but we'll see. Opponent deep in the tank on this mulligan decision. Again, it seems like, well, are they gonna mulligan to 5? My guess, my bet is still no, but I mean, it's obviously possible. They could be thinking, is this hand gonna work? Should I go to 5 and risk winning? But again, generally my experience is the long tank is on what to put back. So we'll see if I'm right or not. I mean, obviously it can vary situation to situation, but it's interesting. All right, they ended up keeping 6, and it's preordained. Bottom, top. Now we just want to draw more lands, but we have 2 more draw steps to find a land now that we found one. So looking good, and we can always just start playing augurs, like I said. Nice, there we go, perfect. Still gonna play augur, because now I get to go play augur this turn. Probably just gonna play augur next turn plus fjord as well. We'll see what they do here. If they play a tog, I think I'm just gonna scred that. Oh, I can't scred it yet, never mind. Because I have only a tapped red source. I'm just gonna play augur here. Abrade is obviously really nice in this matchup as well, because I can just abrade a land. And these augurs are actually pretty good against a tog because, yes, they can play like a Darksteel Citadel or something to eat with a tog to just trade any artifact for an augur, but that's a pretty decent trade in my opinion. Like if they want to sack a Frogmite to trade for augur, or yeah, they sack a Darksteel, that is fine. All right, now drawing a mountain was an incredible draw actually, because now what I can do is I can just go Abrade Great Furnace. They're going to sack it to a Tog, and then in response to that, I scred the Atog, and they'd have to sack 2 more artifacts to have it survive. Seems like a great line to me. And then I can Ponder as well. Could Ponder first, but I think this line is just so good that I'm just going to do it. They should eat the land with a Tog here, and then I'm going to scred it in response to sacking this. So then they'd still have to sack 2 more things to have a Tog survive through a 4 damage scred. And I don't think they're going to have enough resources to win if that's the case. Now I just scred this. They can Galv Blast my augur, then end up with 2 Frogmites, but I have another augur. They just let it go. All right, let's just go to main 2, see if they scred this, or Galv Blast this. I feel like they will. I like this line though. Now they're just on 1 land. One sec, I gotta pause. We're back. Gonna ponder, looking for lands. And I feel like this is good enough. I can guaranteed hit on this augur. Just put these back like this. Next turn I'll draw Preordain, and then I can augur, hit the Frantic Inventory or something else below it. Yeah, it's just looking to be in a pretty good spot here. Okay, they have Thoughtcast, but I'm still feeling like I'm ahead. They can hit for 2. They're stuck on kind of colors of mana, so they can't even attack into double augur, which is nice for me. All right, let's just go play augur, and then I'll probably just play Preordain, leave up Counterspell and Spellstutter Sprite. Now with double augur, like I'm pretty safe. This is why Frogmite's not as good as it used to be. It's just like the 2/2 doesn't rumble like it used to kind of. It's just like it is good at enabling fast draws and giving you more affinity because you can play it for 0 most of the time, but it just doesn't have that high of an impact. I mean, I could just take a Ponder rather than a Frantic Inventory. I think that's actually worse because I can get my Frantic Inventory train going and I can play at end of turn if I don't need to play anything. Yeah, top. I think I'm just looking to be like, again, in a great position here. I'm surprised they traded the Darksteel Citadel. I'm just gonna counter this. Yeah, the Darksteel Citadel for the first Augur. I guess they needed to make way, and they just don't have any more lands. They can't attack, because I could just take 4, kill a Frogmite, and that's not worth it for them. Now we don't know what's on top. I can't really attack. I could just Frantic Inventory right now, but I think I can just pass. I can end of turn Frogmite, or end of turn Spellstutter Sprite. Frogmite, Spellstutter Sprite. Okay, I can just Spellstutter this. Nice. And they don't even have red mana now. Yeah, the Abrade on the Great Furnace was just so good for me. Yeah, now I just Frantic Inventory and then I get a Ninja hidden as well. I don't necessarily need to spread one of these, but I think I can afford to. It's just pretty efficient. Now we Ninja. I guess I'll just tap Island here. Again, didn't even need to scred a Frogmite. Might have wanted to save that for like a Mirror Enforcer or an Atog, but I think it's just mana efficient for now. And taking them down on board seems good. Okay, let's. Didn't realize I had priority. I don't know how long I had priority for. I was like waiting for them to take an action. All right, Counterspell and spells that are up. They can't play 1-drops like Chromatic Star or Extra Navigator's Compass. Yeah, I'm shocked they're playing this into a known spell stutter. They probably should just have not played that. I don't think I'm going to attack Ninja into Frogmite. It's just a huge threat, just having it sitting here. Now I get to draw 2. I guess I don't even need to bolt that. I mean, maybe I could now attack with everything and bolt a Frogmite and still have Counterspell up. I guess I'll just do that. They can now trade, yes, but then they have 0 board and I have 3 power and a Counterspell still. So still looking to be in a good spot. I know I have a Frantic Inventory near at the bottom of the deck, but I can shuffle with this Ash Barrens. And then if I draw that, I just get to Ancestral Recall. The Frantic Inventory really adds like another aspect to the deck where like as the game starts going long, you just have this like insane draw power, assuming they don't have Graveyard Hate, which just is really good. Yeah, see now their board is just 2 lands and 3 cards in hand, and I have a counterspell, and my board's gonna be a bunch of lands, 2 augurs, spell stutter sprite. So I'm just like super far ahead. They can't even cast like Galvanic Blast or red spells. I've had to like step away and I've been like playing slow, just talking about my plays, and I'm like still ahead on time. Opponents not playing that quick, but it's understandable. I'll definitely counterspell like a Pathetic Prism. There's a lot of spells they can't cast, like Mirror Enforcers and Thought Casts, and it's understandable that they're stuck on mana. There's a Ninja and a Scred. It's just top, land. I can actually just Ninja back an Augur. I think that's actually better than Spell Stutter, surprisingly, at this point. Because most Spell Stutter doesn't counter a lot of their things on 1. And this will just likely draw another card. Nice. Draw an Ancestral. Sweet. Now I just pass with Counterspell up. And I'll just Frantic Inventory if they don't do anything of 1 mind. I'll just let this resolve, honestly. I just counter anything that matters. I'm just so far ahead on board. I don't need to counter a Divination. Like, I'll just let them Divination, then I get to Ancestral and still have Counterspell. Seems like a good deal to me. And now I have 2 Gorilla Shamans as well. Nice. Let's just Faeries here now to set up like a preordain. I get to scry, then draw. Sure. Top, land, attack, draw the spell fetter, and then I can counter anything with this or a 3-drop with the spell setter, and then they're just dead next turn. Thoughtcast, just let that resolve too. Again, if they're just not affecting the board now, I can just let them draw cards. That's fine too. Counter that, I guess. I guess I can just shred that, but I'll just counter it. I can shred this, and then they just have nothing. Sweet. All right. Got him. All right. I do like Hydroblast. I don't really like Pyroblast in the matchup, actually. They showed 4 Frogmates. I think I like Sandstorm and the All-Star Gorilla Shaman. I love having 2. It's just like a lot of times you can only afford 1 and like space in the sideboard, but having 2 just like it makes this matchup feel like so safe. Like if your 7's not that great, just mulligan. Just try to get Gorilla Shaman and Red Source, and then you're like so solid. All right, Bolt is actually not that great because one, it's not that good against the Tog. They can sack one thing to trade for Bolt, and it doesn't kill a lot of their 4-power things. I could leave in 2 Bolt. See, I might end up cutting one more, especially with Sandstorm and Hydroblast is good. I think going down 3 Bolts is okay. Can cut a Ponder or 2. Can even cut 1 Augur, but it's good at blocking Frogmite. Can cut a Ninja actually. Don't I can actually cut. Sometimes I like to cut a Spell Stutter or 2 as well. I Some people like hate on it, saying like, "Oh, don't just cut one of each card. That's not good sideboarding." But I actually like doing that. I want to vary my threats, and by going down to 3 copies of a lot of cards, I think it's good. And then you make room for a lot of things. Like everything is good, so it's not like I want to cut Frantic Inventory entirely or cut Ponder entirely, or you know, cutting 3 bolts is actually a lot, but I think it's okay. Um, but I like doing these cookie cutter cuts where you're cutting like one of a lot of copies of a card. And I like Hydroblast because they have a Tog and Galvanic Blast, but they also bring in Pyroblast. So I like the 3 Hydroblasts. And sometimes I bring in like 1 or 2 Pyroblasts, but generally I don't. If I see like a couple Serpents and some other blue cards, then yeah, I'll bring in the Pyros, but I don't like to bring it in just for Thoughtcast. Okay, we're on the draw. I mean, we need more lands, but I have a turn 2 Augur, I have a counterspell, I have a Scred. These 2 ninjas are a little clunky, which is another reason why I like to side one out, but yeah, it looks great. All right, let's keep. And no Gorilla Shaman yet, but we can threaten to draw it at any time. This card is good. I do like cards that give you a lot of card advantage, especially in the late game. I just have never liked Witching Well. Nice. I think I'll just lead Island. If I draw another Island, there is a world where I just play Island and pass, but it's unlikely. But I don't need to leave up Scred for 1. Wow, what? What hand did you? Oh, they kept it on basing on Wishing Well. They bottom, and they just missed on lands. All right, well, now I just upkeep, get to abrade their land. I'm not going to do it on upkeep because they could have Hydroblast or Dispel, and I'd rather make them tap mana on their turn. Yeah. Oh, they're just floating mana. It's the upkeep, though. Yeah, nice. Okay, well, this should just be over. Let's cycle and then play Augur. I could just, yeah, it's better to get Island here. And then I get to hit with Ninja next turn. I already have 1 counterspell, and I'm not really going to be able to leave this one up for a while. So I'll just take another Scred. Well, they kept on the strength of Seat Witching Well, and it's not looking good for them. Wow, now I get to just hit with Ninja and have Counterspell up for basically a shock from their Galvanic Blast. Guess they could have Pyroblast here, but I can just still counter that too. They just don't even have that or don't want to play it. Just going to leave up counter now. Next turn I can replay Augur. Yeah. I guess I can just Hydroblast, but Counterspell is actually like harder to leave up because it costs 2 mana and this costs 1. Yeah, they just GG. I mean, sometimes you do need to keep land light hands with that deck. Like maybe if they scryed into a land, they could have played a Prism and a Frogmite, and then next turn like they hit another land and they play like double Mirror Enforcer or something. So sometimes you do need to take the chance with that deck, but ooh, that was sketchy. On the play, just Witching Well, nothing else. All right, 3-1. Let's go round 5. All right, 3-1 with Blue Red Fae. This deck is great as always. See if we can 4-1 this league after losing to Burn. We're against Ixidor 29. I do not know what this opponent's on. Yeah, his hand's not incredible, but it's fine. I can turn 1 Mountain, leave up Bolt. If I don't need to Bolt, I can cycle for Island and then play turn 2 Augur. So this hand looks good. Forest, is it Stompy? Looks like Groff Stompy. Uh-oh. Braid, okay. If they just Groff next turn, I'm in so much trouble. I'm not going to Lightning Bolt the Young Wolf, though. I'm just going to plan on jamming Augur next turn. Forest Groff. Okay, Nest Invader. I still feel like I should just cycle right now, get Island, untap. Could just like Bolt Nest Invader right now and then play a Preordain. Guess playing Augur is better. It's worse against Savage Swipe. I'm actually gonna do this line. Bolt now while they're tapped out. They can't protect this. They also don't get the Morbid for free. And then I get to just do this. Could just bottom here. Look for more burn spells. Nice. Found what we wanted. Request granted. Next turn I could play Ash Barrens, play Augur, play Lightning Bolt. They didn't have a Groff last turn. Let's see if they have it here. Nettle Sentinel. And another 2-drop. Oh, there's the Groff. Okay. Big boy Groff. It's scary. Okay, we got to get up to Scred now. So this is interesting. I think I like tap Island, cycle Ash Barrens for Island, play Augur. Then I'm just getting hit for 7. I can block a 2/2. If they have Savage Swipe, I get wrecked. But like, what else? What else do you want? Like, what should I do? I can just kill a 2/2 right now. I can go cycle for Island, play a Braid, and then I just still get hit for 7. But then I don't get crushed by Savage Swipe right now. Guess I'm gonna actually just do that. I need to draw another land so I can Scred this. Still want Island here, I think. Just gonna do this. Okay. This can be a tough matchup, but I think I have a good build for the matchup considering I have 8 1-drop removal spells, 4 Bolt, 4 Scred, and an Abrade. So I have 9 removal spells, and I have 3 Wraths post-board. Okay. Try to find another snow-covered land here. Nice. And it's even a red land. Sweet. And then we get to draw 2 Frantic Inventories after that. Sign me up. So now I can play Augur, leave up 1 copy of Scred. It's a little bit risky. They only have 2 cards left, though. I think I'm going to do it because now if they go for Savage Swipe, I can have Scred up to protect. I can just hit one of these frantic inventories on an augur, then not have to draw the other one. I know drawing both is okay, but I don't really have time for that anyway. This looks good to me. Yeah, so if they go Savage Swipe on Nettle, I'll just bolt in response. I'm at 11 because Groff is a big boy, and there's the Savage Swipe. So they're targeting the Nettle. Let's just bolt it in response. Do they have vines? No, they don't. Okay, so that's good for me. I think I can take a hit here because I do have the answer in the Scred, so I can go down to 6. They have just 2 cards left. Is it just not good cards? Is it just like lands or something? I think I'm just supposed to Scred right now. I can counter anything. Okay, nice. Now I could just hit with Ninja. No, because I'd rather just leave up Counterspell. No, I'll Ninja here. I'd rather get this Ninja going. Seems like a good time to do so. Nice. Sweet. So they have a turn to resolve something, but now I have a decent board presence. They just are flooded. This is like what was happening to me in the challenge. I was just drawing too many lands. Also, we played 4 removal spells and 2 for 1. They're Savage Swipe. That's kind of what you try to do with this deck. All right. I think I'm just going to pass the turn, leave up Counterspell, and then if I don't need to counter anything, I get to double Frantic Inventory. Just seems like the best line. Burning Tree Emissary, that can resolve. I know there's a Frantic Inventory on the bottom of my library as well, but that's fine. Still get to draw 3 here. Love these Time Spiral old bordered cards. Let's go Frantic. Oh, nice. Just get to use my mana efficiently here. That was just pretty insane. Oh, that is disgusting. Then I get to attack with both. This was just run of the mill, control the game, play a million removal spells, draw cards, get ahead, and then can't lose from that position. Nice. And now we get to bring in a lot of good cards. I don't even hate Echoing Truth as well. I kind of like the siding out all the Frantic Inventory plan, but it's also reasonable to side out like some number of Fairy Seers and stuff. But I think these are, while these do provide good card advantage, I don't know if you need to do that to win. I think you can just rely on like drawing a million removal spells. Again, playing a bunch of removal and then drawing cards is a really good avenue to victory, but also just playing augurs to draw cards, get a hit with ninja, draw a card, balance these 2 things is also a good avenue to victory. And their deck is so low to the ground, you don't necessarily have time to be spending time for any inventory, especially on the draw. Sort by mana value. And let's go. 9 removal spells plus 3 wraths plus interaction and ways to find all of it. That's like basically what the deck is. Let's go. The thing is, they do likely have like 3 copies of Riverboa because that's the list most people have been on. I'm going to snap keep this. This hand's great. Augur is actually really good in this matchup versus a lot of their draws. Okay, I'm actually going to play Mountain Go here because if they, let's see, yeah, I guess if they just play a Groff, I can just kill it. Maybe I should just bolt this Young Wolf here. I don't think so. They can play like a 2/2, like a Skargan or whatever it's called. Okay, they do have Groff. All right, well, now I just bolt the Young Wolf. I think I'm playing Augur. Need to find a Scred for this. Groff is just so good. Preordain, okay. At least I didn't miss. I can start chumping this at some point, but I can take a whack from it here for 5. I'm telling you guys, this card is so good. They've also had turn 2 Groff. I guess they didn't have it last time. They played Nest Invader instead. There's another Young Wolf. Do they have another Groff? Oh my god. All right, well, now I'm in chump block mode, Fine Swirling Sandstorm. It's not a bad place, not the worst place to be, honestly. So I think I like. Guess I can cycle Ash Barrens now and then Scry, and then I don't necessarily mess up my Scry. Plus, I get closer to Threshold. So let's go cycle Ash Barrens for Island. Play Island. Play Faeries here. I think I just bottom here. I basically need to find Scred and Swirling Sandstorm. It's just bottom. Just bolt this now. Then pass the turn. I think I might just chump one of them with Faeries here. Leave my Augur around, go to 9. Savage Swipe. Okay. Wasn't going to block with that one anyway. So I'm fine with that trade. Now let's block. I wonder if I could have set up like a block plus bolt. I wonder if bolting there was wrong. I was trying to play around like vines and stuff. Oh god. Okay. Oh no, I can't even Swirling Sandstorm quite yet. But I'm close, I'm close. So I'm just deciding if I want to cycle Ash Barrens here. I can't play 3 blue spells this turn. But what I can do is I can just go Fairy Seer into Augur and hold the Preordain in hand. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's go Fairy Seer. They have 0 cards, so I'm just trying to find Swirling Sandstorm at this point. Is Scred on Groff good enough? I think it is, actually. I can't block this, though. So I'm definitely taking 5 here. I guess I can Scred... Oh, no, I can't Scred this because I need more lands. It's the choice of, like, do I content myself with Scredding Groff, and then I have to find another Scred for this? I think it's more likely than trying to find the one-off Sandstorm. Oh god, I just realized I have to draw that here. So I have to preordain now. Thought I was preordaining for some reason. Alright, bottom, top. I probably should have just bottomed that. Let's play land. Let's not mess up here. Kill this, then play into Chump Groff, and then somehow get out of it next turn. So I go to 4. They drew vines, I die. Honestly, pretty insane if I can beat a turn 1 Young Wolf, turn 2 Groff, turn 3 Young Wolf Groff. It's just insane. So I can survive with the Scred, and that's it. So I can hit a cantrip into Scred here as well. A Braid doesn't do it. Okay. That was just too crazy of a draw on the play. And we couldn't find anything we needed. Curfew is actually interesting. I even brought in the Echoing Truth for the Groffs too. Forgot about that. I could have played towards that out as well. I should have bottomed the Scred there for sure. Just tried to hope. Because I forgot about the Fairies here, not a preordain. That was just my mistake. Just bringing Curfew, it's just awkward in a lot of spots. I think I just jam again. I'm on the play now. I don't think I need Frantic Inventory here. All right. Triple Augur Hand can be really annoying for them. Again, Groff is good against this type of draw potentially, but I'm going to keep this hand. I have blue and red mana. I have a bunch of augurs I can play. Geez, do they just have turn 2 Groff every time? Did what I could not do in the challenge. I mean, not only turn 2 Groff, but turn 1 Young Wolf, turn 2 Groff is really what's insane. All right, tough choice between Preordain and Preordain. Now I can go cycle this Ash Barrens for another island, play another Augur next turn. Burning Tree into Groff. Burning Tree into Nest Invader. No attack. Okay, well now I could just go Augur plus Fjord. Augur is just really annoying. The 1/3 body is just like a good blocker here. Nice. Now next turn I get to play another Augur plus Bolt. I know they can Savage Swipe me here, but so be it. Yep. If they played another Savage Swipe there, that would be insane. Okay, well, obviously just gonna walk here. I guess they can Hunger, but sure. Well, their draws have been pretty nutty. But this game is nowhere near over. My draw is good too. I think I like play Augur to start, and then probably play Fjord. There's a Scred, nice. So that'll allow me to deal with this 5/5. And let's play this, and then I could Scred now. I could Bolt now because if they have Vines, I'd rather them play it on my turn. Could also just not Bolt and just not Bolt anything and plan to take 5 off the Nest Invader, then end of turn Bolt. I think it's better to Bolt now, actually. Because this, generally, it's better to play removal spells on your turn to play around pump and protection spells on their turn, because if you don't want to take more damage, play it now. Because if you wait till their turn and then when they attack, if you try to kill it and they go Vines kicked, it's pretty bad for you. But if you just do it now and they go Vines, at least you're not taking a bunch of extra damage. So, okay, they probably just drew Burning Tree, so that's good for me. And River Boa with mana up to regenerate. Okay, can I find a Wrath one time? Counterspell. Classic, right on time, right? Let's go basic land cycling. They have 1 card left. I can't really play around much. Let's go Preordain. Augur of Bolas, sure. Top, I'm at 11 still. So why don't I go Scred this now with Counterspell up. They have 2 power unblockable, but if that's it, it's not that big of a deal. I wonder if I'm supposed to just hold up Counterspell here or play an Augur. They have 1 card left. I think I'm going to play Augur. It's better, gives me better blocks, and if I don't need to play Counterspell, I just don't get to use my mana. So yes, I'm a little vulnerable, but I think this is the correct line. They probably just attack for 2. If they attack with everything, I would just block. I'm assuming no attack with the spawn, obviously. Okay, go to 9. This is definitely a problem, but I can also find Echoing Truth. Preordain, Scred, and a Faeries here. I feel like these are just not what I want in this situation. These don't really get me out of where I am right now. While Scred is decent, I think I can just bottom. All right. Double counter up. Just pass. We have 2 cards in hand. I hope they commit into a counterspell here. They're probably just going to attack for 2 and pass. Need to find Echoing Truth soon. If I find some type of Wrath, it could be good as well. Oh, wow. Going for Groff. So we just let the Undying trigger happen and then counter it. So that was great for us. Why'd they... Oh, they wanted to leave up double regenerate. I see. You can also start fogging this with removal spells if it gets to that point. I can actually take an interesting line here, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to bolt one of their 2/2s, attack with both. They block 1, and then I can get my Ninja in and replay Augur. So let's just get this out of there. both. They block one, and then I ninja. I could also just leave up counter from here. But I might just want to replay Augur, find another removal spell. See what I draw. Fjord. So I don't really want to get hit for extra damage. Nice. I could just bolt the Burning Tree now. And then it's unlikely I'm going to die to anything. Yes, they have a 2-1 unblockable, but I have a ninja out as well. It's kind of scary for them to even let me draw extra cards here. So if they don't have a Rancor or something... Savage Swipe hit for 4? Ugh. That was not ideal. There we go. That was. So might as well just attack with both. I can't block anyway. I can Echoing Truth on upkeep to play around them drawing a Vines but not casting it now. I mean, I guess I can just counter a Vines anyway, but I'd rather them tap mana on their turn. Actually, I'd kind of rather them try to recast Riverboa, but still just Echoing Truth on their upkeep. I think it's just makes it harder for them to use their mana. That was obviously what I needed. All right, so we know about Riverboa in hand, which I need to counter. Nest Invader. I think I can just afford to counter this too, because they can't play Riverboa right now. And I could still counter it if they could. Nice, that was great. Ninja? I mean, these cards are pretty good. Why don't I just draw Bolt and then next turn draw Preordain? I like it. I'm only really going to counter Riverboa. Most other things I will not counter. Might need to counter a Longbow, but I might even be fine just letting that resolve. Nice. And now I can Preordain. I'll probably just bottom the Sandstorm at this point. It's not like it's that good on this board state, but I'll definitely top Ponder. Kind of doing it here. Yeah. Not going to shuffle. All right, now... I mean, I can Ponder one more time. I could also draw Ponder and draw Ashburns, then shuffle, then Ponder again next turn. That seems worse. I think I'm just going to Ponder now. Look at one more new card, and then probably just shuffle. It's kind of a weird use of the cantrips, but... Okay, sure. Now a second Riverboa could certainly get me, but not sure what I was supposed to do there. Nest Invader. Okay. Can also just stay back on defense. Now, Cannonade. I don't hate just Cannonade. Attack for 2. Yeah, let's do it. Wonder if they have Gut Shot. I feel like they might. Could be a card that's sitting in their hand. Maybe they don't even want a Gut Shot. They want to play around Spellstutter Sprite, which I haven't really drawn all match. Oh no. Right, well, I'm probably going to have to go Sandstorm into Bolt. I guess I can Bolt this now. I guess I'll see what I draw. Fuck. I mean, I can take a hit, but just seems wrong. I think I need to just use both my removal spells. Riverboa is just so good. Now I lose to like anything they play though. They're at 8. Really sucks. mean, maybe that cannonade was a little too aggressive. Okay. I'm at 3, they're at 8. They draw a land. They could have more lands in hand, certainly. Okay. Not the best draw, not the worst. Bottom, top. Just gonna hold this land in hand to make it look like I have a counter or something. Okay. Not ideal. Drawing a spell stutter as well. Jeez. Oh, I should have attacked. I wasn't going to plan on blocking. I guess if they go for Rancor or something, I can flash in and go for a double block. It's bad to not attack there. Just take. Hunger going for lethal. Okay, well, I can spell stutter this. They do get to untap. Now if they have another one, I lose. I think I misplayed this game. They can't stop this with one gut shot. They seriously have double gut shot. Yeah, they have another hunger. GG's. I messed that game up. I think I punted when I cast Cannonade. Obviously, just them drawing the second River Boa was just too brutal for me. Also, countering the Nest Invader might have been wrong. Maybe I should have just been like, sure, that resolves. But Nest Invader was pretty annoying, like because I figured they might have more hungers in hand. But this deck is still great. Didn't play perfectly there, but their draw in game 2 was nutty. I don't know if siding out the inventories was right. That could be wrong. Maybe siding out like some cantrips and a Faeries here doesn't really rumble against their creatures that well. So like I could board out like Ponder, Faeries here, Ninja, keep the frantic inventories, and then board in the Wraths. That might be better, honestly. That's probably what I usually do and what I would do in the future. Because again, playing like bolt, and then after that playing like frantic inventory, refilling and drawing more removal is a really good plan. So I like that in the future. But yeah, no changes to the list. I like it. I think this deck is really strong. Does struggle against burn, but you can just add the 4th Hydroblast if you're expecting a lot of burn. But yeah, channel youtube.com/snapbolt. Hope you enjoyed this quick video. Again, I generally like to post full leagues, but just didn't work out this time. Had a good time. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Peace.